Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy
Hi, honey.
Wednesday, hump day.
We are here.
Woo, halfway through the week, girl.
Right. And it feels amazing.
It
Life is
does.
going to life, and we're just going to persevere and get through it. How you feeling?
So much better.
Me too.
So much better.
It's a glow. There's a glow.
Yes.
Are you
thank
digging the hair?
I am obsessed with the hair.
Yeah.
It
I
just gives
think,
you a whole different
right.
vibe.
It elongates. The
Yes.
profile is
It accentuates the jawline
okay. Okay.
and the fabulous fierce brows,
Okay.
the very voluptuous lips.
Right. Right. Keep
You
going.
look
One
like
more.
and just bitch, just you, honey.
Right.
Your
That was
essence.
it. That was it. Thank you for that. I needed that.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
T, going just piggybacking off of that and looking fabulous and feeling fabulous and in all seriousness, backstage we just solidified something really awesome for the ladies next week. I'm thrilled to announce that we will have a live tutorial, a makeup tutorial in honor of feeling good and looking good. Our
Mhm.
El Presidente, Tiffany Ann herself, will be the makeup artist. She is licensed and she will bring her expertise here on the BEN network next Wednesday. We urge, we want people to participate.
Encourage.
The
Absolutely.
link the link will be available to about 5 to 6 women, first come, first serve. Good evening,
Good
Big E.
evening.
We want people to participate. We want this to be fun. I suffer from trichotillomania, and as I said it out loud, suffer. I want to change the wording. I want to say I'm dealing with
Mhm.
trichotillomania. And for those who don't know, it is a hair pulling disease, compulsion, if you will. It's a compulsive disorder that I deal with daily. What triggers it is stress, anxiety, things of that nature. I say all that to say, with this tutorial, it will show people who have that condition and those who don't how to fill in your eyebrows, how to contour a bit. This tutorial will be fun, easy. It won't be strenuous. Use what's in your current makeup bag to join us and have fun for next week. How you feel
I,
about that, T?
I think it's gonna be dope. And she brings just a different energy too. She's so loving and endearing.
Right.
So it's
And
gonna be a
patient.
dope show.
And
Dope show.
patient, beginner friendly. Again, with what I do with makeup, just a quick get ready with me. There's an eyebrow pencil, a concealer, a lip gloss, blush, and maybe two brushes and a sponge. So I
Wow.
just named 7 items. You said, wow, you think that's a lot?
No, I don't think that's a lot because
No,
mine just consists of mascara, but I have
I
about
know that's right.
12 mascaras.
It's important.
I love a mascara, honey, but that's it. I don't know how to contour. I don't know how to pencil an eyebrow. I don't know how to do any of it.
Well, your eyebrows are already naturally full, so you may not need that, girl.
Thank you.
So don't worry about that. So tonight, T, I wanted the women who pulled up to come relaxed.
Mhm.
The way we promoted the show was just a small chit chat, a check in, slow things down, figure out how people are feeling now that school has started. The
Mhm.
working moms, preschool, those who have toddlers, pre K, kindergarten, all the way up through 12th. Those who have started college, those
Mhm.
moms or those parents or those households that are empty nesting. How are people feeling?
Mhm.
T, do you have one in the house and one out, or as far as school and that transition?
Well, Maya's in education, so Maya teaches, so she has school
Wow.
hours.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. And then Sin, he commutes from Lancaster
Okay.
to Malvern.
All right. Wow. Oh, so that's prep.
Yep.
Okay.
So what his dad and I, we
Right.
will back and forth,
Right.
take him to the train.
Right.
Dad picks him up, but that's every single day.
Wow.
Yeah, every single
Wow.
day. Hey,
Hi,
Maria,
Maria.
best friend.
How are you? Thank you for joining us. Hey,
Hey,
Dom.
Dom.
So, for me, so Stan is not
Hey,
our,
James.
hey, James, we are homeschooling. You know,
Mhm.
I get a lot of flack, if you will, from some people for that social piece, but, you know, he's doing okay.
Well, you do a lot with him outside of the house, so he
Right.
is getting that social
Hey,
involvement.
Tanya.
Hey, Aunt Tanya.
Yes, he's getting that social piece.
Mm-hmm.
He does play, you know, with others when we're at the park. He has cousins to play with, but I do respect the concern of others, you know, with that not being in school every day.
Sure.
But we're just gonna chalk that up to doing things differently and what works for our union and our home. So
Absolutely.
those kids who are in daycare and in childcare, moms, if you're in the building, how was the first day? Were there pictures? I'm sure there were. I saw a ton. Did you cry? Were there onions around? Were you happy to get them out the door? What were some moms feeling the first day of school as it started?
Well, I can't touch base on that, Reek, but let me tell you something.
Okay.
Sincere is a sophomore, and
Okay.
I still cry on the first day of school. I don't know, like, really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that, like, he's going away, and like the summer has ended, and now he has to be like in full gear.
Right.
Full gear.
So the hangout looks different. Homework is
Yeah.
president. You know what I mean? Is he still in sport? Is sports going to carry? Is he waiting for a particular season? Is it just academics right now?
It's
Like those.
academics. Yeah, it's academics right now. I mean, he has a
Okay.
lot of homework and he's extremely disciplined. I mean, I
Okay.
try to encourage him to do it right when he gets home from school. Since you're already in school mode, get a snack, just do your schoolwork so you have the rest of the night. But he has his own routine. He's a procrastinator, but it works really, really well for him.
Listen, you know what? Me too.
Yeah, it
So
works so good for him being under pressure.
yeah, it there's a piece that, you know, the countdown. So I'll know the
Mhm.
deadline. I know what I'll need to do, but there's that piece of that 72-hour window that I'm like trying to get it done,
Right.
trying to cram. Our special guest is here. We have DJ Shadi in the building. She's going to join us tonight, T. She brings a lot to the table. We'll check in with her. And we'll see how, you know, as a climate manager, she, you know, is wearing a different hat, seeing the children every day, our kiddos that we
Mm.
entrust in the institution that she works in, you know, what she brings, the announcements, all that stuff that comes with being a principal, a climate manager, and things of that nature. So when she gets a minute, we'll welcome her.
Perfect.
What else in news? You know, this, I don't know who likes. There she
Want that on the
goes.
side.
Hey, Shawty.
Hey, Mo. Hey, Tay.
How
Hey,
you look
girl.
stunning, Mama, with the red lip come on.
Gang, it's always a red lip day.
Yes, ma'am.
For
Like
sure, for
that.
sure. How you feeling, Aries
Happy
Queen?
Wednesday, ladies.
Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Ladies.
Hump Day Wednesday. We're turning up this Wednesday. We feel good. We look good.
Amen.
Is it a ride hump or is it a back hump?
I mean,
It's whatever kind of
or a
hump.
side hump.
Ride hump. Hey.
A little side.
I'm a side type girl, too.
Yeah, pull it to the side.
That's why my head came in like this. I might have been finishing up.
A little tardy for the party, but you know.
Yes, ma'am. Taking that. Little
Let's
party
go.
to the party.
Yes. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Shadi.
you again, ladies. It was great hanging out with you guys last Wednesday.
We had a
Yes.
good
It
time.
was so
Last week,
good.
right?
I'm sorry.
I said it was last week, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
I like the side
Okay.
hump. Yes, the side hump does some things. I want to tap into last week. This is kind of like a freestyle Wednesday, you know, a wild Wednesday, if you will.
Oh, Wild West.
Wild West. You know, we're already starting with the side humping and things of that nature. So we're going to get into I touched a little bit on how moms, families are dealing with this back to school traffic.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Morton McMichael, we turned up on Tuesday. If you pulled up the Fairmount, we was outside with it.
Yes.
Great time. I mean, cars were pulling over, dancing, shouting the kids out.
I love that.
Brothers pulled up. Senator Vincent Hughes, he's fine. That's a fine old man. I'm telling you, that's good quality. Okay, they don't make that. You don't see that.
They don't make them like they used to.
That's a fine man. He
I'm
had
a
this beige suit with this Brother, listen, the old man, he's more mature.
Okay.
How we fucking old? Like, give me an estimate.
Born in 62 or
in his 60s.
Okay.
60.
I'm guessing. Because he's married to Shirley Ralph, the actress. But that doesn't mean anything. He could be younger, she could be older, it don't matter. He is a nice quality. You don't see that just walking down. I don't. You might go Google him. Oh, he's all right looking, or he's no.
He's a package.
He was outside with us partying. So shout out to everybody. Welcome back to school. I'm excited. It's going to be a great year.
Wonderful.
Speak it, honey.
Yeah, we need to. These kids need us.
Amen.
These kids, they need us. They need old school pouring into. Yes. Not just checking in, but they need consistency and they need that tough love. And the parents want it too.
You're right.
Contrary to what we may believe, the parents want to know you're consistent. So I'm excited about this school year. I mean, it's still early. I'll check in with y'all in November.
Right.
But Sister Holla might be worn out, but I'm excited.
Right now she's showing up and she's
excited.
Shout
out to you guys for celebrating these kids because that's fun to come to school and it be fun instead of dreading coming to school.
That's the problem. That is the problem.
You have to be excited. When you're excited, they're excited.
You gotta bring it. And when you bring this anywhere, school, home, side hump, once you bring the energy, it changes the dynamic of everything.
Right. And what pillar is that, Sade? That's the 5 pillars of resilience.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Oh, that inner drive. That inner drive, and you show up for yourself. For that hump. For that, you turn the dry hump into a side hump. You switch gears.
You do. And when you switch, I mean, sometimes you can finish the race. That's a
Do you have tips that you can give parents on how they can celebrate their kids when they get home? Like, should they give them a break before they get started in homework? Like,
yeah.
How can a parent better pour into their student child, especially during the school year?
Well, I feel like, because sometimes we got to remind our parents, Sade's not going to be 5 forever, right? And if you don't address those issues at 5, they're going to become bigger issues at 15. Yes. So just like when you come home from work, I need a minute. Sometimes I got to go to the bathroom, take it down, right? Wash my face, wash your hands. For those who don't after the bathroom, come down and get a snack. Take the edge off. Kids need to be off edge too. That's why there's all this craziness outside.
Right.
People's on edge. Do whatever you need to do to calm down. Listen to some music and then have a comfortable space. That's a nice working area to start your homework. But engage. And you can Google anything, even if you don't know.
Right.
So if you need help with homework, you can Google the answer. Reach out to the teacher. People want to help, but we can't help if we don't know.
That's true. And sometimes parents are reluctant to ask for the help. That doesn't mean that they don't need it or want it. So those packets that we send home, those announcements, those newsletters, those emails, I don't think they have newsletters in the way they used to have them for us. They come in the mail.
It comes on a portal.
And we got to start challenging staff to reach out. This is why the relationship with families is important. One of my parents came in today. I'm glad she sent her kids back because she told me she wasn't, but it was great to see him. But long story short, their father died today. And so she needed to go home and tell the kids. And so we talked for about 15 minutes. And I said, well, do you need me? Do you need me to come with you? I can come. She was like, I'm taking them to their grandma's. We're going to sit down and talk about it. I said, well, don't even send them. It's half days this week. I will mark them present. You let me know what it is you need to do. If they need a minute, they know they can come to me. I'm here. Whatever you need me to do.
Sure.
So you're there for the families. For the families.
Right. Because We all need each other. We act like we don't. All this craziness. Everybody got pride. I don't need you. I'm single woman. No. We all need each other, and
it
that's
takes a village.
It's jacked up.
It takes a village.
That proverb. It takes a village not only to raise a child, but even as adults, we need mentors. These brothers out here, they lost. They talking a bunch of craziness, and that's why they hang with craziness because they don't have anybody in their group checking. We all need each other in some capacity.
Thank you for that. And that was a word. And thank you for that. It's so important. And even those parents who are empty nesting, hey, cuz, hey, Auntie Sugar, there's a piece to that, not waking up to the routine that you've had for so many years. Kids who are going off to college, routines change, now that you're not parenting in the way that you're used to, you're long distance parenting. You're a phone call away, which there's anxieties about that too. Your baby is now gone, but you have instilled the tools in them. You check in.
They remember that, right?
They put it forth in what they're doing in their everyday. So yeah, there's a piece for everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So please share the stream. I want to take some time to talk about the BEN network and the merch that we have. Each and every show has merch. Each and every show is super exciting and has really great content. Our show on Monday is Melanated Vibrations at 7 p.m. with Dom and her beautiful sister Antoinette. Now I'm not going to say it again. I'm not going to mess it up. On Tuesdays, we got Big E and Angry OG at 7 p.m. sharp. And on Wednesdays, Hump Day Wednesdays, we have myself and the beautiful T and our special guest who has showed up and showed out and will
come on now.
Do so.
I'm tired. This is my last Wednesday.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I'm back to work now. Okay.
Right.
I was that before I came on because I was on edge.
Take a look at our merch. We have so much to offer on the Big Exclusive Network. We have dollar books. There's banana pudding you can pre-order, which is all that. Sade, have you had it yet?
No, I'm trying to diet, but I can step out a little bit.
And the worst part about it is because I live in Lancaster. Yeah. If that joint was here, that would smack. I mean, and I don't really like banana, but
there's no bananas in it though. That's
there's not. Oh, my coworker would love it then. So
girl, I'm telling you, this is the best banana pudding ever.
So it comes in dozen. You have to order a dozen, which is 12. Per batch. And it's worth it. I ordered some. I shared it with the folks at my job. I've said this 1,000 times. It's worth it. They're asking me about it. They're trying to place orders. I guess they got to get their coin together because it's pre-order. So shout out to everybody at my job. Gemma, listen, get with the bull. There it goes.
Maybe he can put it on ice. Maybe I could put it in a cooler.
You could and get it transported. That's the fat gene activated. There was a show that we had on the Big Exclusive Network, and when your fat gene is activated, you wake up thinking about stuff. You
make a special trip.
And that's why I'm out here. This food gotta go.
No, I love it. I think it's not. I think thick and fluffy is nice. That's a goal of mine.
Okay, to a degree if it's healthy, but this fat on my bones ain't doing it no more. Running up the steps ain't it. Out of breath. Nah.
You look fabulous for what that's
worth. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Spinning saving my life, but girl, got to go.
Spinning. Sade, do you, let's talk about your DJing just for a second. Do you have any upcoming events? DJ Sade on the ones and twos.
Saturday, 35th in Lancaster. It's a bunch of DJs. Chase What Matters project.
Okay.
Is basically it's a back to school drive, but it's also a community event, really trying to get kids into the world of DJing.
Oh, nice.
So it's about 6 of us. I'm representing for the females, and
I did not even know you were a DJ.
This girl says it's a long story.
No, it's
you are never too old to try a different career.
Girl,
I think we need to pour into our artsy side.
I didn't even know that I could like you even more.
You gotta step out sometimes. You gotta step out.
Yes, ma'am.
Things, right? Life is short.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we say that, but do we truly live like that? Life
I
shit.
love this.
Gotta
for
try
you.
stuff. You gotta try stuff.
I love this for you from
I
the
love
bottom
it
of
for
my
me too,
soul.
though.
It's so much fun.
It's too much fun. I'm like, oh Lord, they don't release the beast. I didn't even know it.
Shit.
In these streets.
Yes.
Girl, I gotta come sit. That makes me so happy.
It's exciting.
Good for you.
Exciting. It's
So-
taking a minute, but
I wanted to tap into what we talked about last week a little bit to piggyback off of it. Just women and what their choices are and what that looks like and what's off the table. Nothing's off the table. You know, there are negotiables. You know, people do things in different situations for different reasons under different circumstances. So when I say that, you know, love and loyalty, I wanted to touch on it a little bit. Sade and T, I said I wanted to get into Power as a throwback, but I haven't finished the season. So nobody kill me, don't roast me. Okay. I'm on season 4 and I'm almost finished up. But what I've seen thus far is a lot. And I don't know what you guys remember. I don't know what sticks out to you. But put the love and loyalty to the side for a second. Can we get into the sex scenes?
Can we get into Omari Hardwick? Because again, I started off talking about quality, grade A. They don't make brothers like that. I don't care what nobody says. And if there's somebody outside in Philadelphia that you see that's walking around looking like quality, let me know. Direct them to me. I can put them on my Father's Day countdown.
Auntie Shug, you just gotta Google him.
Mark Hardwick is beautiful.
Ghost.
Listen, I just want to meet his parents and say, y'all did a hell of a fucking job.
It's a few brothers like him, Method Man. Hughes. Boom. The end.
And they get better with age. Because Morris Chestnut to me.
Oh, yeah, too.
And I don't know if you saw him in Best Man Holiday, the series on Peacock.
Yes.
He looks.
Okay, we're sorry. I know we drifting off topic.
Sorry.
No, this is topic. Because I don't know about the Morris Chestnut. Now I had me one. Now I had me one that resembled him. Now we ain't going to get into the specifics, but I put money on it. He resembled him, so I don't really have that thing for Morris Chestnut like I used to.
Okay.
It's damaged a bit.
Okay, got it.
Give me a second, y'all. These sex scenes, though. Now, so if you
sign me up,
if you can recall, which one was better? Now, Tommy, and Keith, you just go. Okay,
they tried. I think they were, easing into it. Oh, but that's her.
Okay, D.
So what about Ghost and Angela or Ghost and Tasha? What was the best?
Ghost.
Even if I watch Ghost masturbate,
it's enough.
Listen, I just like when he brushes his hair. And I'll diddle my own Skittle. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. He's this fine. Like he can brush his teeth, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? Going back to the
sex scene.
Right.
I don't know if those are like if those are his tattoos.
Oh, they are.
Oh, baby.
Because he plays in another movie with Tiffany Haddish. I can't think of the name of it.
Okay. Same time.
And it's the exact wing.
Like they're
what he's doing.
Yeah, they knew in these sex scenes what they were doing. Again, back to the side hump. Full circle today.
Listen, let's do it.
So when he's humping on Tasha, that's more like angry. Because there's like some past, some history, some anger behind it.
Right.
When he is with Angela, that is passion, making love, trying to get to her soul.
He reached it. I think it's.
I just want to Tommy all day. I love me some Tommy.
Tommy's an issue. Tommy is definitely an issue, Tiff. Tommy's definitely an issue.
And it's just because of his mannerisms too.
The charisma, the grunge of Tommy. Shotty, come on, Aries Queen, you gotta meet me halfway with Tommy.
In South Philly, like I'm.
What in the South Philly?
Talking to white men, but I don't really.
I'm not either.
I've had the first white guy approach me 2 weeks ago, and I said I've arrived because I never had no white man say nothing to me. I just set them to my hands up.
Let's
go!
Lord, what you trying to tell me?
This is a new one.
Let's go!
white guy for me. He just, I don't know. I feel like different parts of the city bring a different type of swag.
They
Of
do.
course.
And so he gives me South Philly white guy. I like it, but I don't know about.
You're not physically attracted to him, but his swag gives you something. That's
They're
how
both
I feel.
married. That's cool. Auntie Sugar, that's cool.
Yeah. Because
y'all know I like a white man. Auntie Sugar, speak on it.
Talk about it, because I
drop the link, Auntie Sugar.
I have some stories. Come on, share them, because
this is what it's for.
Mine was one and done.
I never experienced it.
Me either.
Dom, what you talking about, Dom? Tommy is a looker, but I can't date a white guy. So, Dom, don't date him. Dom, but what if we just have a date? We're not going to date him, but what if we just have a date?
Like you just hang out?
Talking about white men.
Maybe I wish hang out a little more.
I wish we could have pulled him up. Who? Travis Kelsey. He is
a football player.
Girl.
Yes. Yeah, I know who that
is. Now him?
I know.
Girl, don't let me see him at Kroger's, honey.
Okay. He's very nice looking.
I'm gonna grab an eggplant, all right.
I don't even think, because there's
oh yeah, there's a difference for me, in my opinion. Not all men are the same.
So, Sade, a white
man? I just.
Well, how did he approach you? Get into the whole story. How did this happen?
I was at a music festival and he came out of nowhere, and he asked me, was I getting a smoothie? And I said, yeah, I'm in line. Right. We just started having small talk, and he said, can I just add, like, you're very pretty? I said, oh my God, thank you.
Yes. Peter. Thank you, Peter. What was his name?
Jeff. And
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. He was like, I don't see a ring. I told him, like, I'm seeing somebody. He was like, well, I'm up for a little friendly conversation. Do that.
All right, Jeff.
Wow. You see how I backed up? It's different. I mean, I because I'm like, I don't know. My face. I don't know. I like a brother. I like when brothers walk into the room. I like when they meet each other. What's up? All that stuff gets me excited.
But hold on. I'm closing my eyes and I'm visualizing Jeffrey. What was Jeffrey wearing? What was his hair like? I need to see it.
Was he tan? No tan.
Yeah.
A little color, just a little
olive.
A little color to him.
Shortcut.
Yes. It wasn't like buzzed or anything. He had on it was his food truck. So he had like ball shorts and like a t-shirt representing the food truck.
Oh, so you had the man that owned the food truck trying to holler at you?
He was really nice.
It was his business.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And he saw a lot of women that day and he wanted to snag you up.
He did. He came over to where I was sitting. He was really nice. Came over to the fam. He was nice, but
if you get past the color hair texture child, they're the same. But yeah, I've always wondered, could they really appreciate all of my melanin? Like the colors of
me,
just all my colors.
Something about it. I love me a black man. There's something about a black man that makes me feel empowered as a black woman. Okay.
Say that then.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, excuse me, Dom, say that. I just wonder if the white man could appreciate all of this.
My concern has always been me coming home to meet their family.
Okay. What does that look like for the black man?
And even for my family.
Right.
My dad is from
that'd be a sight to see.
School district. I mean, racism that still exists in the school district.
Yeah.
So my dad comes from that no nonsense, no tolerance era. So I don't even know how he would act. He might be floored. Like, I think it would throw him off. It would take him some time. Because I mean, I have two girlfriends that are, white, that are my best friends. And he has said over time, like, how he feels
views and perception of
changed. But I don't know how he would feel even on my side. So I can't even say for them. Me coming home and being like,
this my man.
This is Jeff.
Right.
I think everybody would probably sit there. I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know.
We got to circle back. The ones I have entertained appreciate the melanin, and I was very close with their families.
Okay.
That's dope. That's dope.
Thanks, Tiff. Because I've grown up in the community predominantly white, glad when the schools, friends, things of that nature, our neighborhood, Sade, you know where I'm going with that. Mm-hmm. So I think the families that I've dealt with just on a friendship level have accepted me just fine. It may have looked different if he said, "This is my girlfriend." I don't know what that would have looked like for my friends growing up, you know, bringing me home as their girlfriend as opposed to just a friend. But they received me well. Like my Italian friends, my, you know, completely Caucasian Jewish friends always received me well growing up. I never really, you know.
That last comment that said, like, you know, brothers switch over, why can't we, is very profound, because I don't know if we can't, because we, you know, ultimately we can do whatever we want.
Right.
I think it's a thing of, even for them, right? I don't really see white men telling their daughter, "Oh, make sure you bring a good black man home." Like, I don't necessarily see that. Right. I feel like oftentimes in our communities, I now let me just speak for my household and Mr. Bill.
Right.
You know, there's certain things he's always talked about, and race was always one of them because of where we lived at.
Right.
So from my perspective, that's why I'm always like, I don't know. Yeah. I would love to, you know, go out with a white man if he
presented
and was like consistent.
So would he have to try harder?
I
gotta think about it. You're gonna have to bring me back on another show. I
don't even think any man is trying at all. So I don't even think he'd have to try harder. He would just have to try at this point.
Yeah, I gotta really think about that.
Yeah. So you know, that was deep.
Let me sleep on it.
Shadi,
I'm just at a different place in my life right now. So just, you know, you look at things differently as you get older.
Sure.
Right. And, you know, we do live one life, and the things that maybe we were conditioned, if you will, to think and to learn and to be around may have changed due to our life experiences.
Right.
Shaking my head. Big E. Serving in the military, I have had the privilege of traveling the world. This is a very colorful place. Trust me, America is very black and white. And see, that's what I do know. So if I went to Europe and not Europe, wherever.
I hear they love us over there.
Right.
Europe. They love black women.
Yes. We are asking for the bare minimum for them to try.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree, sis.
And
they do love us.
What are we shaking our head about?
I'm not sure. Big E, expand.
So for me, most white men aren't attracted to me at all.
And then most white men aren't?
They are.
They are not.
Okay.
Big E.
And then Hispanic men are not turned on by me because even though I'm Puerto Rican, I'm not bilingual. So I've just naturally been drawn to, and they have been drawn to me, as black men.
Black men. And see, that's interesting. Have you always lived in Lancaster?
No, I grew up in New York, very diverse.
What part?
So, Brooklyn.
Oh!
Shout it out.
I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Manhattan, a very Caucasian place. But my childhood, my memories come from just everything: black, white, Hispanic. Everybody was one of the same
swag. Yes.
Indian, like everybody just got along. We all had the same like dialect. It was nothing. But then when I moved to Pennsylvania, I wasn't white enough for the white girls. I wasn't Puerto Rican enough for the Puerto Rican girls. So the only people that kind of really like accepted me were like the black girls.
And so that's another thing. I feel like culturally we're very accepting to everyone. Everyone's not accepting
of us.
I agree. A billion %. I mean, people joke about it, but the barbecues speak for themselves. Like when you're having a barbecue, the host of the barbecue is inviting everybody, and it is love, and it is welcoming, and it is like amazing. I don't know if that is at like the Saltines, respectfully, like barbecues. They're
What
fun,
happens
but are
there?
they welcoming?
I used to I was joking with my cousin the other day, Juan, my Aunt Pudgy, shout out to Aunt Pudge. She would pull up at anything, and be like, okay, we're going to this barbecue, or we're going here. And I'm like, Aunt Pudgy, we don't know them. She was like, it's okay, we're invited. And she would go in, we would get a plate, shindig, all in fun, like, oh my God, we really got away with this. Leave, and we didn't know them people, but it was safe. It was safe. She would just pull up.
But her personality is getting everything fueled.
Okay. That's so if you know I'm Pudge, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I'm Pudge, we don't know them. It's okay. And she's parking, then picked us up. Juan, I was just telling them how I'm Pudge will pull up on random barbecues and just we were guests. Make a plate, speak to people. Hey cuz, what's up, cuz? We didn't know them people.
Yeah, we're good.
But it takes a village.
We're very welcoming.
Agreed.
To everybody. Just come.
Come as you are.
Have a good time. Yeah.
Look, my cousin said true. She my aunt is just, it doesn't matter. So yeah, back to, accepting. Would my mom accept me bringing a white man home? She would have no choice. I don't know if she would be thrilled, but she would have no choice because that's just my decision. So
it's a strong no for Bill.
It's a strong no.
Not for my dad.
Cousin Pete. That's what she would say. Cousin Pete, no doubt. Black people are definitely a vibe.
I think would be a little. She would like, oh, okay, this is new, okay, but she would accept it. My dad.
Would there be a conversation?
Yeah,
would you have to brief Bill?
Conversation.
Like, hey, Dad, I'm bringing somebody over. Okay, Sade, that's ain't nothing new. Would you have to say, no, Dad? Jeffrey Eisenhower is coming over.
Yeah, but he would. The thing is, he would never say it to me. He would tell everybody else but me, and that's always been like, tell me. No, I'd have to get it from somebody else. Like, your dad was upset because you brought Jeffrey
to the dinner.
I didn't want to be rude, big, because you girls are grown, but I just wasn't expecting that.
Right, one of them joints, one of them conversations. Yes. I have experienced classism more than racism. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
I was going to say we can peel that back too.
But I guess again, because from the main line, so
I feel like when people do meet me, there is, I think they are trying to figure out what's what. I think the classism, I like that. The classism versus racism.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they try to figure it out depending on the environment that you're in. I have experienced that as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. I feel I'm even challenged at work, which is interesting.
Really?
My colleagues who are surprised that I went to St. Joe's.
Right.
Because I was asked, well, how did I go there? I applied.
Right. Same way you did.
Like what?
Right. Yeah.
They're thrown by, oh, she is like, I can bust, laugh, we're gonna have a good time. I didn't even cuss you out without me saying a cuss word.
Me too.
Right.
I take pride in it.
Professionally cuss you out.
Ooh. I take pride in it. I'm sharp.
So I'm not like that anymore,
I haven't gone. So I'm a work in progress. I have not yet have done that, but I will. The tongue is a lashing. I don't.
But I just think people are interesting. I don't even think it's a race thing anymore. People are interesting.
And you take yourself where, you take who you are wherever you go.
Right. So
I think that when situations occur, different hats need to be worn. I tried code switching. I try to remind myself when I'm at my place of business, working for someone else, that there's certain things that Tireca just can't say, or there's certain things that Tireca just can't do.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that situations aren't going to come my way where I have to say, you can't be Tireca, you have to be Miss Bright. Does that make sense? Yes, Reed.
Yeah.
So, with that, it's hard, Sade. And I'm saying that because that classism, don't try me. I don't want to be tried in this situation, in this environment. It is not conducive for what you're bringing towards me. So then we got to switch up.
Right. T, do you feel like going from Brooklyn to Lancaster, do you feel like you have to change? You're the same person?
No, I was super young when we came here. So I
Okay.
think I was super, super young.
Okay.
So I don't think there is too much like that I have to change.
Yeah.
I don't have to
I
necessarily.
like Lancaster. The food is fresh.
I
There's
like
nothing
the
to-
scenery.
I
I
mean,
just
it's
like
probably
the
quiet, right?
Yeah.
It is. It's quiet. I mean, the nightlife now in Lancaster is definitely picking up. It's definitely a little vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Could always come down and on like a first Friday and walk around to the different lounges and the upscale restaurants, rooftops. So it's definitely picking up, and it's definitely a more diverse city than when I originally moved here.
Gotcha. But Brooklyn, no, for a brunch?
So Sade, we are gonna do
Yes.
T and I are gonna do a tour. Girls trip to NY for sure.
Let's
A
go.
million percent.
During this tour, Sade, we are going to all 50 states in celebration of supporting women, celebrating women, going to different venues, going to different food owned businesses, restaurants by women, different shelters to go support them in different ways that we can. So again, the tour is going to be fun. We welcome you to come, but we're going to travel to all 50 states and really salute women and celebrate women on the behalf of women's wellness.
Now, let's talk about the 50 states, because
we going. I'm going to all 50.
That's a beautiful thing. That's actually been on my things to do.
See,
like
and
on
to
your
drive
bucket
across
list?
country. I want to drive to California.
You're not understanding. Like all it is a trailer. We hitch that shit and we drive around the world and we sleep in the trailer.
Tiff, I was going to slap you with that
Try
too.
to tell y'all.
I wanted to slow down. Hey, hello, my love.
Hi, is that Sheena Bean?
That's not Sheena. That's Sabrin. That's one of my
I'll
girlfriends.
still love you the same, honey.
Definitely love her the same. But Tiff, I was going to swing that your way, but the opportunity presented itself. But we're definitely going to start our tour in November. We're starting at home in Philly, PA. We're going to start in Lancaster. We're going to a venue out there. Then we're bringing it back. Biggie, you funny. We're going to bring it back to Bryn Mawr and Ardmore. Shed some light here, and then we're headed to New York. So we're doing all 50. We're doing all 50 states. So it'll all look different. I feel like when people are in their professional world, see that you talk or look a certain way, they just assume that you're incapable of conducting yourself in a professional manner.
Thank you, Sugarfoot. That's true.
Absolutely.
She talks with me about that a lot. That's my best friend Jade. She has to deal with that a lot, where like she has to be tested with that.
So go ahead, Shadi.
People, when you present yourself, but see, I feel like that is a gift when you get up and you can talk. Because I'll talk, throw a little shade in there. You don't even know the shade done slapped you. Crap.
I call them checker burgers. I didn't gave out about 7 of them. You get checker burgers out. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Reek, I love that idea. I think so. The purpose is you're going to check in the shelter world.
Shelters, food venues. And if a woman owns a business that we want to come celebrate, maybe she just opened it up a year ago, we're going to go check her out. If there's a shelter they're always in need. Maybe when we go to Delaware, we'll go to the women's shelter and we'll donate lunch for the entire staff, or for the women who are there. Or maybe we'll get donations and take it with us to whatever state that we choose to go to, if that at that shelter. So it changes up, Shadi. We'll be going to nightlife. We'll go to the Nellery, that's Black owned or women owned. Black owned too. But we just want to celebrate women in all aspects. Whatever they have going on in that particular state that tickles the fancy, we're going to go check them out and support them, patronize them, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I love it. We need more of that. We need more.
And it's not going to be just closed to T and I. Like if there's a time that you can schedule in, maybe you can't go to New York, but maybe you can meet us in Colorado. It doesn't.
That's nice.
It's
You all
a
right,
revolving.
T? All right.
This is this. Hold on.
No, that's good.
Sweat bullets.
Set up DJ and we party.
That's what I was just gonna say. We could find a venue that is with women and get you in there to DJ. That would be dope too.
Bring our stuff and we bring it to them. We bring the party to them because I'm a vibe in itself. Okay, I got a lot going on.
Say it again, Reed.
I'm a vibe.
Yes, you are, ma'am.
Never forget.
I'm an author. Speaking of that, head over to Amazon. Grab my book, Building Your Resilience Every Day: The Power of the 5 Pillars. Tonight was real light. I enjoy you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad for casual conversation. The website is below, TirecaBright.com.
We didn't even finish what we were talking
And we're
about.
not finished. We're not finished. We have to get into that. So,
The true Aries all over the place.
yeah.
I love it.
Now, we got to piggyback on, we did the sex scene, the love and loyalty. Big E shook his head. I don't know if it was about the dating or what. I want to circle back to that too. But I wasn't sure what he was talking about.
Love is a beautiful thing. And
but
I
is
think
love enough?
I think with social media, it's just damaging everything. Like, well, first of all, people got to be out here loving themselves. I know that's a show in
That's first and foremost.
Because I know when I wasn't loving me right, I wasn't attracting right, and I was in craziness. And that's how I ended up 230 pounds and just looking crazy. Like, I look crazy.
You don't.
I think
look
sometimes
crazy.
when women
That was 230. I'm at 230. So
they're not really embracing that. I think that women sometimes they're like, yeah, I know, but no, you really have to like really begin to fall in love with yourself before you can love on anybody else.
yes. And when
it's
you
not
vibe,
their first.
you're gonna attract somebody that's a vibe. The vibes might be different, but we flowing.
And I'm okay with that.
Because you're aligned. Now y'all go with my coaching. But when you're aligned with your partner, it feels good. Y'all hustle the same. Y'all vibe the same. The music genre, is the same. There's a thank you for, I agree. You find qualities when you are in a good place with your person. And if your person is good, you're good.
But you know what else I've learned? Because it's my colleagues too. Thank you. Social media produces a lot of it's a hello. And everybody got a topic. I'm so over it. I forgot what I was going to say.
Take your time.
It's going to come back.
What about the loyalty piece? So when do we stay? And I think we've touched on this a few times, and this won't be the last. Do you stay for loyalty or do you stay for the love?
T, you go first.
That's tough.
Because you look like you got the answer, girl. I don't.
Depending on assets and stuff. Go ahead.
Because the honest truth is that when you're in a long-term relationship, there are times where you fall out of love with that person. Mm-hmm. You still love them and you care, but like the spark isn't there, like things change, but your loyalty to them is still there. So that's a hard one for me because I've loved real hard and I've been loyal too hard.
Staying for love got me in some stuff.
I've really been talking to people who've been married now for like 25 plus years because I've been wanting to know and to see. And I'm like, what is some advice? So like my cousin celebrated 37 years. And so she was just saying like, Sade, I'm just telling you, like, she was like, my advice, she was like, yeah, people will tell you this, the same old usual stuff. Like
communication is key.
Communication. You're going to have to sacrifice. There are going to be times you got to just let things be, pick and choose your argument. She was like, don't start anything you're not going to want to keep doing. She was like, so if you don't like cooking breakfast, don't start cooking breakfast every day if you're not going to keep up with it.
Sade, I want to challenge that. Okay. But things change. Like maybe I had the time to cook you breakfast every day for the first 6 years when we didn't have.
That was
I know. Right.
I think what she's more or less trying to say is be consistent. It's not necessarily about the breakfast every day. It's just don't be willing to commit to something half-assed. Be consistent. Of course, things change and life changes, and you want your partner to understand that. But I think the key in that is just to be freaking consistent.
Whatever happened to being friends first? Because that was another thing I was told. Make sure that you guys are friends.
I think that's important too. But I want to go back to consistency. You have to grow with your person. I don't want to stay consistent. I mean, I want to love on him. I want to support him. I'm going to mature. He's going to mature. You know, when I first met Tim, traffic tickets, all types of goofy stuff. But you know, when you grow with a person and make him think, hey, listen, that's important. I don't want to get pulled over. Hey, listen, I live in the county. You got to get all them tickets together. So staying consistent would have been allowing him to still stay with them busted ass tickets and us looking behind ourselves, you know, because you got tickets that turn into something. Maybe I'm not digesting it appropriately.
I think that's more complacent, like being complacent. I'm saying consistent with like certain like behaviors. What she's saying is don't be like someone that's gonna like she said, that was just a prime example, that's gonna pack lunch every single day and then all of a sudden just not do it. Not because life is lifing or jobs change or you change your hours. I think old school is just be consistent. I think that's what I was getting from that.
Yes. And shout out to Tim getting them tickets right.
Right.
It's the fees.
And what happens to him happens to me. We're a reflection of each other. So even as friends, we were getting that thing together. It's difficult. The desire to be more for yourself means just as much, if not more than being more for your mate. Grow together. Thanks, Luke.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And I think the right person brings different things out of you.
I agree with
the desire to want to do something different.
Yeah, and to do different. Because I know when I was dating Shannon, not this Shannon, but his name was Shannon.
I'm about to say, Big E, let me find the
not this
out.
Shannon.
And then I was going to say, Shadi, that's weird because you never said anything to me. But anyway.
No. I'm like, there were a lot of things I wanted to do, but he didn't have the drive. And I was so focused on, you know, like he had passed Beyond tickets. Clearing his stuff up. I was so making sure, you know, because I was still doing my little thing, but I wasn't in my grind.
Right.
I was fat and I was just out here. No, once I got out of that mess and met somebody totally different who's grinding her, like who I met a man, right?
Excuse me.
Who was doing manly stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Where I felt like, oh, I gotta step my game up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching him play a basketball, run up and down the court, and I'm like, if this 50-year-old man is running like this, I get my life together. This fupa ain't doing it. This ain't right. Let me get out here and start working out.
And then the change happened.
Yes. I really believe like certain people just bring out
the best in you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There's no cliche. Like sometimes people be like, oh, that's so cliche. Yeah, there's truth to it. Tim saying. She's so
I'm crazy.
I can honestly say the women I'm seeing now differently brings the woman that I'm seeing now brings out a grown ass man out of me. And that's key.
God. And it's okay to be challenged.
Yes, that's it.
Challenge me.
Challenge, yes. Don't want nobody to say nothing to them.
No, challenge me.
Student today. I'm sorry, I gotta talk about this. Second grade. You're gonna hit the little girl came up to me. You know, little boy hit me. Why'd you hit her? Oh, because she told me to get in line. Well, you needed to get in line. What's wrong with that?
Right.
And don't you be putting your hands on her, because if she slaps you again, I'm gonna slap you good.
Right.
Get in line.
Right.
Right. Why can't nobody tell you anything? Why can't nobody, like, your partner or whomever you're with should be able to challenge you? Like, what are we doing?
I do it all the time.
Tim
gets tired of me challenging him. 13 years in, it's a challenge. Challenge one.
1, 2, 3.
Next. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
several.
because you're his biggest fan and probably his number one critic at the same time.
Bro, exactly. Don't you put that on. Don't you say that to that lady. Don't you send that email. And not slap your hand. Don't you do it. Babe, let me see it first. Because you're a
No, not in
representation
an
of me.
ownership way, in a partnership way.
Right, of course.
A
I just want
partnership.
to give the disclaimer out there. Like, I let my man be a man, but I'm always going to watch his front, back, and side to side.
Period. Yep.
Yeah. But he will get challenged. He
And
will
that's
get
important.
challenged.
I don't understand. Listen, even if it's a drug dealer, right? Because I know some women like the thug life.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta come up with
got a little scratchy itch.
You gotta come up with an exit plan. There's no health benefits unless you really balling like that. They don't make them no more.
I challenge back.
But
bye.
You gotta come up with an exit plan. So even for the thug like dudes, like, well, what's the plan? You gonna just be doing this forever? Like,
challenges should happen with any type of relationship.
Yeah, even your friends.
Friendship. Holding people accountable. Let's go, Sugarfoot.
But that's a big one too, because people will not be friends with some, especially women. They'll forgive a dude that's done them wrong forever.
Before they would forgive their friend for a mistake.
It's always blown my mind. It has never
baffles me. It baffles me when we behave that way. And I say we as women. Yeah. Both people will evolve, and you have to evolve together. It's a reason that communication is a foundational part of a relationship. It works and it helps both of you to understand what is happening. Agreed.
And I think we use the word communication lightly, because how you communicate may not be how I communicate. And yelling, screaming, and cursing is not communicating. I just had to.
Nah, I would have married her already. I know that's the right big E.
Well, and it's also, again, I'm big on this. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah. Say that again for the people in the back.
Yeah, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Period.
I don't want to argue with you after a day of kids and parents.
No.
I don't feel like that.
No, ma'am.
We can go outside, but we're not going to bed. I don't believe in that. Angry.
No, I don't like going to bed.
I'm gonna say what I
don't believe in it, but it happens sometimes in this house.
Of course.
It happens. Then he'll wake up and be like, well, you still on that? Well, yeah. You thought I was playing about the broccoli that you left in the pot? I wasn't playing about that broccoli. So it'd be little stuff like that.
And it stink.
Ooh, broccoli.
Wow. You left it out.
Yeah, I need for women to start men your female friendships. That's crazy to me.
Mend them.
Listen, the hold accountability part, please. Like, if I said something that offended you, if I hurt your feelings, let me know.
Because I am human and I make mistakes, and I could have had a moment, and life can life for me. But damn,
right? And I probably picked up my eyebrow due to me worrying about how you feeling, and I'm just was like, well, I was just trying to help.
Right.
Women should be as forgiving towards other women, just like with men. Listen, Ms. Banks, say that.
They were. It's crazy.
And it's hurtful because, I really scratch my head sometimes like, well, I know Shorty then forgave worse. So you really holding me to that? Solid.
And sometimes to bees and run around with different chicks.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And sometimes your friends will be mad at you and you don't even know what the hell they're even mad about. You just stop talking for a while and you'd be like, well, I didn't know that's how you felt, girl.
Right. Why you just didn't say, you tell me everything else.
Right.
Why you didn't say that?
Right.
So let's really, I want to think about that. And it could be because maybe that person doesn't want to ruin that relationship. They don't want to, but you're not really helping the relationship because you didn't address it.
Because conflict is good. We got to stop thinking like conflict is bad.
It's so negative.
Right.
I was just
drama and misery. Like nobody wants to be like that, but there are a lot of people who suffer in that. But conflict is good. Nothing's wrong. We do it at work all the time. When I'm off or overwhelmed, my colleagues will take me in the office, shut the door, and be like, get your shit together, yo.
Right.
Go outside, take a walk, go to the poppy store, get you there. They know I love me some fries and ketchup.
Right.
Tahitian treat, black cherry wish snack, all that. Take that, y'all.
Right, take that, y'all.
Right.
Right.
My bad, y'all. Yeah, get it together. When we laugh at it later. But it's no, oh, I'm just not gonna talk to her. That's
Yeah.
craziness.
Right. Right. Insanity.
Yeah, we got to do better with that part. Even
I
with
agree.
family, if there's an issue, say it. So as much as we say, oh, communication is key, some of y'all ain't ready for it.
I just lost a friendship behind that one mistake in 25 years,
Oh,
and she crucified me. Even though I've forgiven her
I'm
multiple times for
sorry.
things, it's just unfair.
I'm sorry, babe.
Me
Maybe that's a
too.
blessing
Yeah,
in
me
disguise.
too.
Maybe that's a blessing in disguise and you didn't even know it, respectfully.
It is, and it hurts, and we don't often
Yeah.
talk about the
That's the
grief
part.
because you're grieving. The grief
Yeah.
that comes with not being friends with. Oh, girl, I write a book about it.
It
Oh,
was,
yeah.
yeah, it's tough. And just because yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
It
And
is because
yeah,
even as you get older, everything is going to remind you of your friends, especially
Yes.
25 years. It could
We don't
be
talk about that
Mr.
enough. We
Softy
don't.
roll by, and I remember me and her get Mr. Softy all the time. Now
Right.
it's a trigger. Like
yeah.
we have to do better with that.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
things are gonna happen in life, you know, and there's different stages, if you will. The circle of life. It did take some time to process, and it was a blessing. I'm so glad
Glad you see.
that was the ultimate for you, that there was
Yeah.
a blessing in it, you know. But yeah, the wheel of life, there's different, you put stock into different areas in your life, and we need to reevaluate and get in a line. 5 pillars of resilience. What is the focus, and what are you prioritizing? Because everything should be aligned.
I
Shadi,
think
she
as
stayed
a
preaching.
society,
That was
we've
just
just
on
been
my
taught
heart.
that the only relationship we're supposed to build on is the romantic relationship that we're in. But I want to pour into my friendships more. Like now, I'm not so focused on like a man. I just want to really hone in on my relationships with the women in my life.
And you know why that's important, T? Because this might be another topic, Rika, when people talk about male and female friendships or oh, men can't listen.
You want
People are out here committing suicide. Let me say that.
That
People
part.
out here killing themselves. People out here on drugs. I don't think people wake up and say, I just want to be a crackhead today. No, life showed up. They
Right.
didn't have the 5 pillars.
nope.
They didn't have people in their behind checking them
Them strong relationships.
or they didn't have anybody where they felt like it was a safe space to vent and be like, damn, I'm fucking tired of these kids. My
Yeah.
baby mom ain't shit, or my baby dad. I hate going to work.
Everything.
Right? My house ain't shit. I can't afford something else. So
Talk to them.
you gotta have a friend. I don't care if it's a man or a woman.
Right.
How this world is set up today, it's rough.
You have to
And you
have
need a
somebody
You have
soundboard.
to have somebody.
that bounce things off of.
A
Yes,
soundboard.
because why you think people out here committing suicide?
They have nowhere to turn.
Well, because they think they're alone. That's why we have to have
Friendship
these
is hard for me.
conversations
Right. And
more
then you go
often.
through the I wish I would have.
Yes.
I should have. No, nobody got time for that. And especially at my big age. Like
Nope. At these big ages.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Right your wrong. Take time to think about the part that you played. Relationships. You're not in a relationship by yourself. You're not in the friendship by yourself. So you played a part.
Yeah.
Now for me and my Aries ways, we'll talk about that, whatever that looks like. But I played a part. April. I definitely played a part. But and I say all that to say there's ownership in it. As much as you want to point the finger or you did this, you did that, and I reacted this way, you played a part in it too. Dom, I've been single for 10 months and it's been such a blessing. I've gotten closer with myself, but spending so much time with my sister and my true friends. That's dope as hell. I love that.
Aww.
And I never see Dom being mushy. I like that, Annette. That was definitely a moment for me. And Tiff, extended the olive branch for a New York trip. This is what women's wellness is about. This is what I want to become contagious. So the tour that we're going on, it won't just be me and T. It'll be several women, different times, different places, and then we go on to different continents. Like this is global. They're gonna know women's wellness is on the move. So I love that we pour into each other.
Into existence.
The last time it happens. Go grab lunch. We are going to tap into Go Grab Lunch. this evening. Sade, I know you know what Go Grab Lunch is. I would like for you to pick someone in the comments to gift Go Grab Lunch to.
Oh. Hi. Okay, how do I go back to the comments?
So our producer will, she'll just pop some up. Anything
Boom.
that stands out to you.
Right there.
First one. Sabrine. Perfect.
Yeah. She needs to, yes.
I have her information. I actually purchase jewelry from her often. So I will reach out to her. I'll make sure she gets it. Thank you so much for picking out the first one you've seen. But she's
because that bothered me for 25 years.
She's special. She's special to a few folks on the BEN network, and I'm so glad she pulled up because she's had a lot of stuff going on recently.
Oh, the dog. She's had a lot of things going on. So I'm keep
blessing. Keep blessing.
Yeah, because people, I said that earlier, people are interesting.
They're super interesting. And how much time, and it is priceless to just be nice and kind, and not all the time, because people are annoying and we all get that.
It don't take much. It actually comes back when you're nice and kind.
I agree with that. Now, what will piss me off is that if I open the door for you and you don't say thank you, I will tap you on your shoulder and be like, "You're welcome. Have the day in which you deserve."
Just to piggyback, not sure what I missed, but if you speak and I have to force you to speak, you're gonna speak to me.
Not that, but you're gonna speak to me.
Yeah, I walked in the room.
That's a good one.
Back here. Ladies, thank you so much. I enjoyed both of you. I love you both dearly. Next week, Sade, I think I'm not sure if you were on when we talked about it, but we're going to do a small fun tutorial with makeup. So bring what you have. We have a makeup artist who's going to join us who is licensed. So we'll have around 4 to 5 women live with the StreamYard as they, do their makeup next week on our show.
Oh, that's
you look good, you feel good.
Hello, you smell good.
Oh, come on. That then.
When you sing good and you make love good. That's what James Brown said.
I'm telling you, that's what you have to say.
That's what he said.
Thank you, Tiff. Thank you so much. So as we close, Shadi, give us a tip. T, you give us a tip, and I'm gonna end this out.
You go first.
I go first. Listen, for me, it's showing up for yourself. I get excited and then I stutter a bit. Show up for yourself. Tap into your 5 pillars of resilience: strong relationships, inner drive, flexible thinking, future focused, and energy. We all have it within us. There's nothing that you have to pay for. Subscribe within and show up for yourself.
Okay, you want me to go?
Yes.
Tell somebody they look good today or tomorrow. It makes a huge difference.
Especially Shannon. Shannon, tell somebody they look good.
If you tell a guy they look good, it's the funniest thing ever.
I know.
Father's Day is my day. So I be out telling everybody you look good. But if you just tell about you look really good today. Oh my God.
It takes
a woman. It do. When I hear it, I be in my bag.
If a woman tells me I look good, I'm like,
especially if an older jazzy lady tells me
what? And if you go to your shoes, my footwork, that means you paying attention. Because I'm going to put something on my feet. I'm definitely going to put something classy on these toes.
My gem to leave tonight is lean on someone. Do not think you are alone. Don't think you're the only one going through something. Never allow yourself to feel you're alone. Call somebody, inbox me, inbox Reek, inbox one of us.
Yes.
We are here because you're not alone. We are fighting with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for you.
And for you.
Because I like to defend and support, promote, market anybody and anything that I believe in. So you always have a silent cheerleader within me.
Mm-hmm.
With that, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good night.
Good night.